Wisdom of crowd. The wisdom of crowds assume that following the signal of the majority will lead you to a sound decision. For example, if everyone refuses to drink the water, you shouldn't either. Probably someone already did and they got sick. Your brain picks up clues from the environment. Translate those signals into decisions like go with the winner, follow the majority, copy your seatmate. But not everything viral deserves to be. Hi, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I would really appreciate it. And also share the video if you can. Okay, let's go back to the discussion. Don't forget, social media companies are there to make a profit. In fact, all companies' objective is to make money. Their goal is to raise their revenue and their profitability. Everything they do is geared towards making money. They aren't there to make the world better or give you a better platform so you can connect with the world. Whatever change they are making, algorithm they are updating, or technology they are developing, they are doing it because that will make them more money. Remember, it's just more of the same. In the case of social media, the best way for them to make money is to keep you engaged. Their algorithm is designed to track what you click, like, comment, share, and other interactions. Whatever makes you interact more is what they will recommend to you. They don't determine what it is that you are missing or the facts that you need to have so that you will have a balanced information. They determine what will make you stay on their platform and give you more of that. You are a money-making tool to them, nothing more. Wisdom of crowd. The wisdom of crowds assume that following the signal of the majority will lead you to a sound decision. Throughout millions of years of evolution, these principles have been coded into the human brain in the form of cognitive biases that come with names like familiarity, exposure, bandwagon effect. For example, if everyone refuses to drink the water, you shouldn't either. Probably someone already did and they got sick. Your brain picks up clues from the environment. Translate those signals into decisions like go with the winner, follow the majority, copy your seatmate. But not everything viral deserves to be. Remember that recommendation systems of social media are based on popularity. The goal is to maximize engagement by finding out what people like, not get to the bottom of the truth. Be aware and embrace your need to matter. This has been called many names: the need to feel important, the need to belong, the need to be recognized, and the need to make a difference, and others. It is actually the need to feel that you matter. And apparently, we all have that need, not just want, but need to feel that we matter. This motivates many of the things that we do. And over the past 30 years, psychologists have actually formalized mattering into a psychological construct. Abraham Maslow said that once we have food and shelter, but before we can seek self-actualization, the smart state, we must feel safety, belonging, and mattering. Gordon Flett of the York University in Ontario, author of The Psychology of Mattering, Understanding the Human Need to be Significant, said that mattering overlaps with self-esteem, social support, and a sense of belonging. Sociologist Maurice Rosenberg created a 5-item mattering scale with questions such as how do other people depend on you and how much would you be missed if you went away? Brown University sociologist Gregory Elliott said mattering has 3 components. Awareness, do people pay attention to you or do they just walk right by you? Importance, do you have people who have a real interest in your well-being? Reliance, are there people who would come to you for help, support, or advice? University of Miami community psychologist Isaac Prilitensky said that people assess their degree of feeling worthy, acknowledged, and appreciated, as well as their sense of contributing to others. These feelings relate to 4 domains: the self, relationship, work, paid or unpaid, and community. And we can go on forever with more psychologists and studies and sociologists. But while mattering, before actually doing something tangible or physical, social media has provided us with a convenient and easy way to feed that need without doing much. It gives us an opportunity to find an audience to follow us and react or respond to what we tweet or post. It gives us an opportunity to find a group of people to belong to. It has become about how we matter instead of doing something that actually matters. So, before you form or express an opinion, join a movement, or help in canceling someone, ask yourself if you actually have comprehensively studied an issue. Have you done actual research or simply read a post or tweet or looked at trends and then from there form an opinion? More importantly, ask yourself if this is the best way to matter. Unless you come from an incredibly efficient and well-off country like Singapore, you will find that there are a lot more things around you that can use your help and in which you can actually make a real impact. For example, a lot of people talking on Twitter, Reddit, Facebook about the social and political issues in the US have never even set foot in the US. And of course, there is nothing wrong with being aware of international affairs. But they should look at their own country. There are many out there that are suffering from more immediate problems like rampant abuse of women and children, famine, no access to education, corruption in their own government, and many others. So, if you want to feel you matter, at least make an actual tangible contribution. Once you are more focused on issues closer to home, issues in which you can make an actual difference, you will gain a different perspective and see just how juvenile most, not all but most, social media trends can be, and how much you really don't know about certain issues. Authorities can be wrong and non-authorities can be right. Just because someone is a doctor doesn't mean all their diagnoses are right. And just because someone is a mechanical engineer doesn't mean they know everything about every power-producing machine. And the reverse is true. Just because someone is not a geneticist, for example, doesn't mean they don't know anything about human evolution. Just because someone is not a musician doesn't mean they don't know anything about music. Don't discount someone just because they don't have the professional credential. Look at the validity of what they are saying. Focus on the facts, not the person. Don't mistake emotions with facts. Emotions have nothing to do with facts. It's hard, of course, not to sympathize with someone weeping in pain, but remember that their emotion doesn't make something true. If they are hurt because they felt someone was rude to them, it doesn't mean the other person was in fact rude. Their perception of an event doesn't equate to actual events. So while it is important for us to listen and sympathize, we also need to differentiate between perceptions and facts. And the reverse is true as well. Just because someone's perception of something is wrong doesn't mean their emotions are fake. Their claims could be wrong, but their emotions could be real. Two things can be true at the same time. And once you get hold of this concept, it will be easier for you to remain objective without having to feel guilty about invalidating someone's feelings. Actively seek both sides. If you see someone recommending you buy something, search why you shouldn't buy that something. If someone talks about how good a song is, then search why someone considers the same song not so good. If people are talking about why someone is at fault in a fight, then research why the other person may also be considered at fault in that same fight. Having all information will give you a more balanced view on issues. Most often, you will be surprised at how something is grossly misrepresented or misinterpreted, and it is all because no one else bothered to research the other side and talk about it. Look beyond the numbers. Sure, numbers don't lie, but it could be miscontextualized and misrepresented. For example, song XYZ may go to number 1 on Billboard Hot 100 this week, while song ABC only went to number 3 last week. But if you look at the numbers, streaming, sales, and spins of song XYZ, could have been lower than song ABC, then it doesn't mean song XYZ is more successful. It means it was the strongest song among all weaker songs for that week. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Another old trick in the book is revealing only part of the truth. That gives people the right to claim they didn't lie without having to reveal the whole truth. An example of this claim is the unemployment rate of the US right now. It's very, very low. And it's true until you learn how the government actually computes unemployment. You will realize that they only count people that are looking for work actively using their portals. If someone has decided to simply not work for whatever reason, they are not counted. Or maybe someone is looking for work but they're not doing it in government portals, then they're also not counted. When you get hold of a fact, chances are there are more to the story than what is being told. Have a productive life outside of social media. Do something, be productive. You don't have to do something big or change the world. You can just do something productive, even if it seems small. Plant something, volunteer in an animal shelter, learn a new skill, get a second job, clean your room, organize your house, make sure that you end your day with an accomplishment, big or small. The 1,000 tweets you wrote about how much you hate America is better spent volunteering in an animal shelter, even if it is just for a day. And the last tip that I would give would be to actually stay away from social media as much as possible. I am on Twitter, Instagram, and other social media just because certain artists that I like are actually there. So when they make an announcement, then at least I know about it. I go to social media, but I use social media, but I consciously search for both sides of an issue if I ever do want to make a research. So if somebody says an apple pie from this certain establishment is bad, I would research people on articles or reviews that would agree with that conclusion and disagree with that conclusion, because I want to be able to balance my own opinion, and then I'll draw my own conclusions. Being immersed on just one aspect, one point of view, one school of thought is the best way to get brainwashed into something. So I just and really social media is there to brainwash you into using their social and their platform. They know what it is that makes you click, that makes you comment, that makes you interact with their platform, and they'll give you the same information just to make you stay in their platform. They're not there to make you smarter or to provide you with better information. They're there because they want to make money, and the best way to make money for them is to get you to stay and use their platform. So I just stay away from it. And as I've said, if there is an issue that I want to research about, I research about both sides, and from there I make my own conclusions. And I don't just rely on social media, of course. So I would love to hear your suggestion and your thoughts. What are the things that you do to ensure that you're getting fair and balanced information rather than getting brainwashed into something? I would love to hear them, and maybe the other viewers would also appreciate hearing them. Please leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And of course, you can get in touch with me directly on all the social media links that you see on your screen right now. Thank you.